Today we're going to be installing an air intake on our LML project truck here at the shop. This is the aFe 54 series. It's part number 5411922. We've just got all the parts of the kit laid out here on the tailgate. Remember, as with anything that you purchase, check your packing list and make sure all of the parts of the kit are here and accounted for before you start to install it. That's your major thing. If you run into anything that's missing from the kit, stop. Do not try to install it. Call us and let us help get you taken care of. All right. When you receive your air kit and you verify that all your parts are correct and you've received everything, one of the things that we noticed that we could accomplish before we started our under the hood installation is the filter head adapter on this kit. And we actually also put our weather stripping in, or our airtight stripping. We put that around the box. There's a filter head adapter that attaches with 5 4-metric hex screws. We're going to attach it really quick before we start our under the hood installation. Just get that done while we're out here in open air. It attaches with 4 hex screws, just like that. Back. Alright, that's got our filter head adapter on. We've got our air seal on top of the box. Now we're going to start our under the hood installation. Okay, we're going to go ahead and start our under the hood installation here. Now we've already gotten some of our fasteners out and put everything back together and show you exactly how everything comes out. First thing you want to do is make sure you disconnect your negative cables on your batteries, just so you don't trip any hard codes inside the truck. Keep you from having to take your truck and have codes cleared on it. But mass airflow sensor, we're going to disconnect it first. Okay. Mass airflow sensor will actually come out of this box. We'll get this out and show you that once we get the stock box out. This is your air temperature sensor here. You'll disconnect this, and that'll give you clearance to get us out. 8 metric bolts on the hose clamps here to remove the intake. And what you'll want to do is loosen up both sides, both at the turbo here and at the air filter box, and just pull this pipe out, and that gives you clearance to get your box out. Now, your box is a little bit different story. It's just kind of got a push to lock holder that holds it to the main bracketry, and what you'll do is you'll just apply a little bit of pressure to it, and it'll pop right out. And you do not have to remove the coolant hose as long as you take care to get everything by it as you're taking out. Everything should come right out for you. Now the mass airflow sensor is actually held on by two T20 torque screws. We've already removed those. There's a bit provided with the kit to remove the 2 torque screws. Then that'll let your mass airflow sensor come right out. Okay, on our airbox mounting tray, you've got 10 metric bolts that hold it to the frame. What we're going to do is we're going to be removing it now that we've got our airbox out. You remove these 4 10 metric bolts and bring the tray out as well. And while you're here and you've got all this stuff off, you can take a look at where your fuel filter is located. Okay, we'll be putting our filter housing in now, our aFe filter housing. And this will go in with all of the coolant lines and everything. You just gotta be real careful getting everything down, not to get anything smashed or caught up here. We're going to install our aFe filter base in here now. There is one 10 metric headlight screw here on the front that's going to need to come out. Your filter box is actually going to mount here too. That's going to be a fourth location for it. So let's get our box in. The coolant overflow hose does not need to come out. Just do some finagling, take your time, and you'll get the box in there. Try to see it matching up with its holes out there in the bottom of the box. I'm going to install my top bolt first, and then 3 of your original box bolts are going to go back into the bottom. And these are self-tappers, so you shouldn't have any problem with alignment. Alright, you're going to have an extra mounting bolt left over. Just leave it with your kit. Stuff pack away from your original stuff. 10 metric. Tighten everything down. Everything's secured. You've got actually you've got 3 couplings and 1 baffle that comes in this kit. We're going to run through that with you. First thing you want to do on all these couplings, all your rubber parts here, is you want to wipe these down from the injection molding process that helps these out of the cast or out of the mold here. Get all of that cleaned off so you don't have anything go across mass airflow sensor that's going to trip it up or anything like that. I'm going to show you how this kit kind of goes together outside the truck here. You're going to have one of these couplings is going to be pretty thick. You're not going to be able to really bend it much on its thickest edge. It goes into the mass airflow section of your pipe here, and it goes to the inside. All right, like that. Now, this baffle right here, this coupling, it will connect the 2 sections, and I'll show you that in just a second. You'll have another coupling that goes on the turbo side. We'll show you that under hood. This coupling goes in the bottom side. That will actually attach to the filter box, and it attaches right there. Now, on your mass airflow sensor, you want your mass airflow sensor pointed towards the left of the elbow here, and you're going to retain your stock screws. Now, underneath of your mass airflow sensor, aFe sent you a sponge gasket here. That's going to help create a seal, and what it's also going to do is going to help keep you from over tightening this and breaking an ear off your mass airflow sensor. Now, these are T20 Torxes. They provide you one in the kit, not like the one I'm using here. Just get it started and bring them down evenly. Take those down evenly. it snug, don't over tighten it. And there you go. Now we're ready for the underhood part of the installation. All right, we're on the underhood portion of our installation. We've got our coupling that goes to the turbo here and clamp. All right, now it's time for our mass airflow section of the pipe. You want to install your clamp first before you get this section on. And you'll want to make sure that you leave everything loose here too. 8 metric socket to loosen up your clamps. Now I'm just going to snug this down just to keep it all in place. All right, remember we've got the large rubber coupling piece in place here. All right, now another clamp and a baffle or a coupling. All right, this is our second piece that adapts to our filter box here, and we just installed a clamp here so we don't have to fight it later on down the box. And then you've also got your coupling that goes in down on the bottom side. And just simply twist together there. And I can't stress leaving this as loose as you can enough. To the box. And this is a chore. I mean, I'm not gonna sugarcoat it for you all. I'm gonna disconnect my mass airflow sensor there. Final step in our kit is to install the 54 series filter. Now we've got everything under the hood done here. All of our clamps are tight, and this takes some finagling. I mean, it does. This kit isn't an exact fit kit. You're not going to have any problems with it. Everything fit up tight. The fitment's good, but you're just going to have to take your time and work with it, because you've got 4 joints to work with here. So you've got a lot of play. It will come together, trust me. So the last thing we want to do is put our filter on and tighten it down. There we go. Our aFe filter kit is installed. If you have any questions, just let us know.